Good morning.
Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, it's Monday, and Teresa's here with a modern tree from Tim Holtz. And Teresa, you did amazing projects with it. Oh my gosh, I just love everything.
Love the stencil.
Did I say stencil, or did I just said modern tree? Okay,
modern tree is what is it called?
But look at this one, all the stuff you have on here. And the modern tree becomes a background.
Yep.
Wow. Wowzer, everybody. Good morning. And Teresa's here.
Good morning.
So happy Monday. Yep, it's Monday. We love it. There is a lot going on behind us. We're back in the corner.
Yeah.
We've been put back in the corner for today and probably for the next few days because we're busy getting our holiday open house set up.
Becky.
And if you know about that, every year we have a holiday open house here at Memory Bound, and it coincides with the big event here at Ankeny. So if you're coming to Memory Bound on Saturday, there's a craft show in town called Santa's North Pole Village. Halloween. And it is 3 different schools. It's been going on, Teresa, for like 50 years, I think.
People know about it.
People know about it. And so we coordinate our event with the Santa's North Pole Village. So this Saturday, well, actually, our event is starting Friday, and it goes all weekend and through next week. But here in Ankeny, the big craft show is just on Saturday. And so check that out if you're coming to town to see Memory Bound, and you can have a lot of extra fun.
Yeah.
And Teresa, we had a lot of people hopping on this morning.
Right.
Sherry's here, and Janie, and I just saw Catherine go by, and Beth is here, and Karen, Billy Sue. It went by. Well, I hit a button, and I actually left where we were, so
okay,
I had to
come back.
I had to quickly remember some names. So Chris and Leanne, and hello, Kay, and Kim is here. She says good morning, girls. And Teresa, Jerry already says that your cards look amazing, and they do.
You guys are going to want to get this stencil.
It is a good stencil, and Teresa ordered them in, so we've got them here ready to go.
Yeah.
And let's see, what else do we got going on here that I'm watching for? Osha's here, and Diane, and Jean is here, and Erica. Oh, we got a good crowd going on this morning. Cheryl just jumped on, and Janet's here. And Chris said she can't wait for the open house. Okay, has a group. Chris comes with a group. Rose and Chris, and I know everybody, but I'm going to draw Cheryl. Thank you, Diane. That's how they kick off their holiday. I didn't know if you knew that, Teresa, but a lot of times they come in like on Thursday, and they come running in. They're from Eastern Iowa, and we just love it. And that's how they always start the holiday off. So anyway, it's kind of busy here.
And some yellow tape.
Teresa's getting some more stuff. Let's see, there's comment. Janice says the stencil's on her shopping list now that she's seen your samples.
Yes.
So Teresa's got some good stuff to show us. And before we do that, we've got some little mice here we've got mice, but in a good way. We've had mice both ways, actually, in the past. But Diana brought in her mice. And I'll just give you a quick show while Teresa runs to grab something. This is the new Elizabeth Crafts Cute and Whimsical.
Is it in Christmas? It's
collection
the one that
from
looks like
Josette.
Stamps, you know?
And I'll show you the dies because that might make more sense. Because there's little mice and there's big mice, and you can kind of see the size difference here.
And they're here.
So there's a die called Boot from Cute and Whimsical, and I'll flip it over so you can see the dies. It's $19.99, and that's just the boot. So if you just wanted a boot, you'd be set with that. And then there's Little Mouse. And you'll see that you can make them face forward or face the side. And here are the dies for that. This is $20.99 for Little Mouse. And Else has a really nice video with this on the Elizabeth Crafts Facebook page that you can check it out. And I'm looking for Big Mice. Here's Big Mouse. So here, it sounds funny, doesn't it, Teresa? But here's Big Mouse. And there it kind of shows you when they're put together. And they even have some cheese, Teresa, for those packers, you know. And they've got clothes. Here's the little purse. And you can see the ears and the arms and the feet. And this one's $29.99. So this would be like here. Here's a Big Mouse right here. And you can see the little purse and all the little pieces that Diana made. And I don't think she made the cheese, but the cheese is on the die set. What? And I'm like,
No
what?
cheese?
She didn't make any mice or any cheese. And there's the little jacket there. And let's see. Is that here, I believe? And then we have the Christmas accessories. So you can take your mice, and it goes with the big mouse. It sounds like big mouth.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought you said the first time. That's why I laughed.
I have to make my S sound good. There's the Santa hat and all the cute little pieces. And like Teresa just mentioned, the candy cane. And there's the candy cane. And Anna says this reminds her of the mouse on the Ed Sullivan Show.
I don't know that one.
That is funny. I love it. So I like it because like here's all the little edge pieces of the fur, and you cut it all out together, so you don't have as many little tiny pieces. You can cut it all out together. And then we also have the fall accessories. Teresa, now they have accessories, mice accessories or mouse accessories, and I'm going to flip it over so you can see, but this has got the cute little rain jackets, the pumpkin, the acorns, and all those cute little pieces, and it even has a little cup of, could be hot cocoa or a cup of coffee, and there's the little raincoats and the rain hats that Diana made. The little pumpkin, and then I'll show you those again. So there's her little rain mice. So those are new from Elizabeth Crafts, so if you're interested in that. And then and it comes with the umbrella, you guys. And then what Diana is doing is she's taking the Richard Scarry's Christmas Mice book, and she's going to turn it into a little mini album, kind of like Katie did with Old MacDonald and the I Am Thankful book, which we still have available. So this, we do have a lot of little golden books, and it's perfect for the little project here from Elizabeth Crafts. So Diana, thank you so much for sharing your project with us. It was perfect timing because we had these new dies out to show. And then Teresa, before we get started, we have 3 Halloween kits, and they're behind you there. And I just wanted people to know about.
Oh, over here?
We have an album.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got the little.
Did this one.
Teresa made this little mini album, and the kit should be there. Can't remember how much it is. It's on the front printed thing.
$38.99.
So if you're, we're into Halloween.
Yes.
It's coming up very soon. And we've got the little album kit here from Simple Stories.
And it's super cute. It has everything that you need,
And we'll email you the directions. So
Yes.
that way people can print them if they want, or if you'd rather look at them on the computer screen, you can do whatever you want.
Simple Stories does a great job with these.
Well, and Scary Stories is the name of the collection, and
Yes.
it's probably my favorite of the season.
Perfect.
So we have
Put
that.
together. It comes with the album and everything.
It's got that black and white check album, which
Yeah,
is really cute.
it's super cute.
It's super cute. And then we have a page kit, and I didn't take the pages down because I just hung them up.
But you can see it there.
But we do have a 2-page page kit.
$14.99.
And it's the Spooky Halloween page kit. And it's also uses Simple Stories product.
And it has 5 spots for photos. Easy way to get your Halloween.
Yeah. And then we have
Already
a
done?
card kit. Oh, I didn't bring the actual card kit. It's $25.99 or maybe $24.99. I'm really sorry.
This guy's eye
We don't have a bell, do we?
Nope, we don't. I didn't get one.
Well, we have a card kit also for Halloween, and this is really cute. It was a little delayed because we were waiting on some paper. And Teresa,
Hello?
hey Janine, or somebody. Teresa's. We don't
bell.
We don't have a bell, so Teresa.
Can you get this card kit, the Halloween card kit?
Katie's going to grab it for us. I think it might be $24.99.
I don't know.
So it does make 8 cards.
They're very cute, Kelly. I put those up on Friday.
Thank you for putting them up. What
Yeah.
I love about them, Teresa, are the Google eyes.
I do too. They're very cute.
And you get directions, you get the twine, you get the envelopes.
You get the Google eyes.
The Google eyes, they're the most important. I mean, even just putting them on the corner here. So that's an idea for you. And Janet linked it. It's $24.99.
Okay.
So thank you, Janet. I thought I grabbed everything when we came
There
back.
it is.
So there's the kit. It's got your papers. Okay, Vanna.
Yes.
Good job, Vanna. All right, so 3 Halloween kits.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween this week. So if you'd like to get those. And Doug brought us the bell. Thank you,
right.
Doug.
I want to ring it just because it's here now.
I know. Well, if we ring it,
We'll see.
I don't even know if anybody would come,
I know.
Teresa, if we rang it. Who knows? But anyway, I think we're ready to see what you got here. And we're pretty excited to see what Teresa's done. And Teresa, they do love your shirt.
Oh, thank you. I got it last year from the staff.
Yeah,
I had to wear it in October.
it's a perfect month for it.
It is. Schedule your mammograms if you haven't already this year. All right. So we're using the Tim Holtz stencils, which when I saw them, even before they came to the store, I was like, I want that stencil. Yes. So we have the mini set, which comes with...
What number is that set, Teresa?
It's 62. 2. Yes.
So the mini set is number 62. And Teresa,
here, this.
Teresa's lost one, but she's found it.
Maybe you can see them better on there.
Yeah, we can see them really good there.
I
Now remember, all 3 of these come in the full size stencil
Yes.
for $6.99,
Oh, yeah.
or you can get the minis for $12.99, and they're just a smaller version.
I didn't bring the other ones over.
okay. That's
I
all
just
right.
brought the modern tree because that's my favorite. But the other ones are very cute
I think this
as
is
well.
a really good one,
Yeah,
too.
it is. So they're both, the littles are, the minis are $12.99 and the bigs are $6.99. So
And did you
probably need
use
them both.
both, or did you just use
I did.
the mini? You used both.
I use both, and I'm going to show you the big one today. So I'm going to start by showing you a technique that I saw from Artful Maven. She's one of Tim's designers, and I always get emails from Pinterest, and one came and I saw it with the stencil, and I was like, and I clicked on it, went to her blog, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to copy that card. So that's pretty much what I did on a card that I'll show you. But I'm going to show you the technique first. So do you guys remember when we used this stamp a while back?
Curator.
Yes, Curator, and I watercolored it. Can you see the background?
Yes, that's
And I
the
said
one.
I would
oh
use
my
it for
gosh.
something. And so today I was like, oh, that is a
Teresa,
perfect
that's impressive.
background that
Plus,
I need.
it's a good color.
Yeah, it is. It has some reds and greens in it, and we watercolored it. And then, yay, we got the cello tape back in.
Okay, this is very exciting.
It's
very, very
$5.99,
exciting.
and you get 6 sheets, I think.
Are there 6 for
There's-
$5.99?
Yeah, and there's 144 stickers, and they're all different shapes, and I'll show you mine.
And
here.
everyone has been loving those stickers.
Yeah,
So
and it took a long time to get them back in, but I'm going to get another package because I keep using them. So you get 2, these are kind of the
there's
big ones.
bigger but different.
Yeah, and then these are kind of the medium ones, and then these are kind of the small ones. So yeah, they're super fun. And so they were perfect for making a little
making
tree.
a tree, it was awesome.
Yes, and I just use them randomly all the time. I mean, I think they're really cool to add to your scrapbook page or your card or whatever, your mixed media especially. Okay, so the first thing we did the background a while back, so that's nice and dry. The ink is dry. Then I put my cello tape on there to make it like a tree, and I just...
Did you cut some of them down then?
No.
That's the size they were?
That's the size they were.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
You could cut them down, I suppose.
You could, yeah. So I kind of just laid my stencil and then started where I'm going to start at the top and then went down big, and I just left room at the bottom for a stump. It's funny, but I have a little yellow tape. It was off to the corner of the side of my stencil, and I'm like, what's that yellow tape doing on my stencil?
You couldn't
and then
remember why
I
it was
remembered,
there.
I used it, I just stuck it there because I'm like, oh, I'm going to mask that star. So there's a star at the top of the big one and the small one. So you can just mask it off if you don't want it. If you're
Well,
like,
and Teresa, that means you could mask off anything.
oh yeah.
So I'm going to interrupt you for just a second, and I'm sorry, but so on one of the small stencils, you know how you have this like gradation?
Yeah.
You could put like a strip of tape across there and then do your inking and then put your sentiment. So you
Yep.
could...
Oh,
okay,
yeah, that's
sorry,
a good
I just
idea.
had that idea.
Yeah.
It's probably a no-brainer, and it's probably been done before.
All right, so I'm going to do this, and we're going to do the technique first. so that it can dry a little bit before we heat it. So I did my cello tape on my tree, and then I took my powder or whatever you have and went over the cello tape so that it's not sticky.
Okay.
Okay, because we're going to be using embossing powder on it, and we don't want all the cello tape to get sticky with embossing powder. Okay. I don't know if I can do this upside
that's
down.
a step you don't think about, but
Yeah.
especially with it going on a sticker.
I know.
That's very important. To
It was
use
in the
powder
blog,
tool.
and I'm like, oh, that was a good,
Yeah.
good tip. Good tip.
So you're just laying it over the top?
Yeah, I'm just going to tape it down a little bit here. I'm using my yellow tape that I have multiple rolls of.
Okay, you
at
guys,
home
that is the
because-
Spellbinder's Best Craft Tape.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
don't
what it's
have
called?
any.
Best Craft Tape? And it is the best. It's the only one we carry because we like it.
Yes. Okay, so there's so many different, I'm going to show you all the different pastes that I use. I used all the pastes except for glow. I never made a glow Christmas card, glow in the dark. But I'm
So
going to use
what pastes are there that you've
the
used?
sparkle, the opaque, the crackle, the black, the snowfall. Yeah, I'm going to show you samples.
Okay,
But we're
you've
going to
got
do this
samples
first.
of everything.
Yes, I've
Okay.
got samples of everything.
And
so
I was
this,
trying to read comments. What one are we using?
this is the
It's like working with a kid.
This is texture paste translucent.
Okay.
So we don't have this one. I ordered some today, but I want to use it because I haven't used it on the other ones, and I thought we had some. So I'm just going to spread the texture paste on my stencil, and you kind of Tim always uses the back, and I think that the back of your spatula. I do this every time. I call it a spatula, and that's not what it is.
It's palette knife.
Palette
but
knife.
It's like
There.
a spatula.
I always forget what it's called.
And we do have these spatulas, aka palette knives. You can get just these little plastic ones are very inexpensive.
Can you get me some wipes, please? Baby wipes, yeah. I totally forgot I was going to be messy today. Okay.
Of course you're messy today, Teresa.
Yeah. So you can see, it's kind of a medium cover. I mean, you don't want to scrape it because then you won't have any texture on there. The idea is to have some texture because it's texture paste. But if you put it on super thick, it's going to take a long time to dry. And we're going to try and avoid that today. Now, I'm putting my lid back on there. And
Do you want Becky to get some paper towels too?
wipes. I've got my adhesive. I feel like everything's going wrong that could go wrong. Okay.
No, it's
so
not.
I'm going to lift it up.
And paper towels.
And you can kind of see
Yeah. I was looking at Becky.
Do you want me to do it
Oh,
again?
no, it's good. It's
there
good.
it is. So you can see that. And so,
It's got quite a bit of dimension.
yeah, translucent. So it's going to dry more clear versus the opaque. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take some glaze, some Tim Holtz glaze, and this is one of my tins. I've started another.
One of your tins?
Well, I only have 3 in the other. I've got gray, scorched timber, hickory smoked scorched timber, and something else. So my dark. So these are my other ones that I have. It's full.
So the glazes are embossing powders, but they're translucent.
Yes.
And we have a question too about could you maybe color it with some green before you put it on?
Yes, but we are going to use the embossing powder to get the color on it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick some colors. I'm going to go with my peeled paint because
it's your peeled paint.
It's my peeled paint. And maybe I will do lumberjack plaid.
We need that little spoon, the Nouveau spoon. Wouldn't that be perfect for this?
But maybe. So I'm going to do, I should have brought a gray, but that's okay. So what you do is, Tim did this in his video. Now you just sprinkle your embossing powder or your embossing glaze on your texture paste. And, it's just going to be random.
So you're just doing it randomly.
And I'm just doing it
so
randomly.
you could do any colors you want.
You could do any colors, and I have another one using other colors. And you know, if you're afraid to use your embossing powder this way, because I'm going to tap it off and it's going to get mixed together and then I'm going to throw it away. I just think about how long I've had some of my embossing powders in my drawers that I don't care. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use it. That's what it's here for.
I know
and if I use it all, then I will get some more because we've got it. Okay. So
Teresa, I'm really glad you mentioned that because I'm kind of one of those people that I get stuff, but I don't always use it. And so I'm really glad that we're inspiring all of us just to use our stuff.
Yes. Okay. So I've kind of got it spread around, and some of them we're going to mix a little bit. And I got one spot that I see.
And Bev mentioned the lasagna pan that Tim
uses.
uses.
Yes, Tim uses. I don't have a lasagna pan.
We do have a thing. Should I ring the bell and have somebody? I was just short on
time. Sure. All right. So now what he did, Tim did this on his video too, is he took his fingers and he just did a little
so you're tapping underneath. The bottom.
So can you see how the embossing powder is covering all the spaces? Like there's white spaces.
Teresa, I think this is going to be a wow when it comes out.
And I see a little spot down here that didn't get any. And it's not getting covered with my tapping, so I'm going to
just add a little more.
There, we're doing a little tap dance. All right. Then I'm just going to tap the whole thing off. So you can see, because I used the powder, the embossing powder, it might have stuck a little bit on some of the tape spots that I missed. But hopefully...
I think that'll be okay.
Yeah.
It'll look kind of distressed.
There, that's better. All right. Ooh. Okay. So when you use texture paste, you don't want to heat it when it's wet. You want it to dry.
Oh.
So we're going to do that at the end of the video. We're going to heat it. We're going to let it dry a little bit. If you heat it when it's wet, then it bubbles. So we might get a little bubble today, but that's okay. It's just the demo.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to let that
see
sit.
This.
So everybody remember this. We're coming back to it.
We're coming back to it. So
I can't wait. I'm kind of anxious to see what it's going to do.
So you see all this powder that we have left over? I'm just going to throw it away.
It's okay.
There's not a lot.
It's just a little powder.
I mean, you could save it if you want, but you see it's all mixed together. It's going to be like a brown. I don't think I would like it very much. I would rather just throw it away. It's not that much that we're getting rid of, so...
So anybody that's just joining us, Teresa was so inspired by the modern tree stencil from Tim Holtz. Before we even got it, she knew she was going to do a demo with it. And today is the day. So we're glad you're here.
Yes.
And I want to say hi to Tracy. She says hello, her Iowa friend. So we can't wait to see the results either. And Crafty Kathy said she needs to start using her stuff up.
Yes. Okay.
So
here I'm going to show you. This is the look that I was going for. So you can see the embossing powder. And even, I let it dry a long time and it's crackly. Now this one I use texture paste opaque. So you can't really see through the dots. Because it's so neat,
though. I love it.
So I haven't used the translucent. So I'm hoping that you're going to be able to see, because the glaze is translucent, the paste is translucent. We might be able to see the tape more on this one. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, this one, I did it kind of fall colors, and I said gratitude turns what we have into enough. I love that.
I do too.
So I really, Artful Maven was the one that did this, that I totally
Well, and I'm glad
lifted.
that you're repeating it for us
totally
so we can enjoy it.
She used different colors and stuff, but I really like the green and the...
I like that too, how it kind of matches the cello tape.
Yeah, and so I used fossilized amber, peeled paint, and vintage photo. So I used 3 colors on this one.
Okay, and Teresa, we have a question. So I know on the one you just did, you used the large stencil. Is this the
This
small
is the
stencil?
small stencil,
Okay,
yes.
that was a question we
Good,
had.
That's a good question. Yeah, this is the small one because you can see this is a slimline card. You can get the big one onto a slimline card.
You could have it fits.
It just, the little bottom circles might not fit.
But sometimes it's cool if it
But
goes
yeah.
off the edge. You
Yeah.
know, if you do it
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
off the
yeah.
edge. Now the slimline cards, if you know, you can always cut your own, but we do have the Photo Play slimline cards and envelopes in the size 6 and size 9.
I didn't bring those
Ding
either.
ding. Okay, and let's see. I think we had another question. Oh, Susan said, "Is this a squirrel moment?" But we love to hear it. Susan got her Merry Makers kit over the weekend.
Yay!
So she's all excited
Can
about
you get
it.
the slimline cards and envelopes?
Becky's
the small one.
Becky's our helper today.
Yeah, number 6.
So anyway, she said she can't wait, and we can't wait either. So we'll have Janet link our Merry Makers link here. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, it's our virtual Christmas event coming up.
Now,
3 weeks.
Here's another one that I did, the same technique, only I didn't do the cello tape behind. I just, this was the first try that I used. And again, it was opaque texture paste. And then I used a bunch of, 1, 2, 3,
Lots of
4.
colors.
I used 5 colors. I used lumberjack plaid, kitsch flamingo, peeled paint, rustic wilderness.
Or rustic. Thank you.
And broken china. Because I wanted to, I was actually matching this to something with the colors. That's why I used those colors. I didn't come up with those on my own.
I like it.
That would be outside my box to go with this, but it was fun to do it. All the different colors.
It'd be, you could do a banner and do like a green one, a red one, a gold one,
Yeah.
do all different colors.
And that December 25th, we didn't have the stamp that came from, but you could put anything can go with a tree. Some of our new stamps, so.
Teresa, Becky went and got us the number 6 size Photo Play. You get 10 for $2.99.
$2.99, I know.
29 cents.
And then the envelopes, which you must have because it fits under.
And the
You
card
don't have
bases,
envelopes like these, I tell you.
they're a nice heavy weight, and
Yeah.
they are scored, so you don't have to do any scoring.
Yeah.
And
nice.
of course, you can do that yourself. If you want to measure it and score it, you can certainly.
All right.
Oh, what's this one?
So this one, you know what? This one was a slimline card, the number 6, and then I cut it down. See? Because
see. Oh, you did cut it down a little bit.
I used the big stencil on this one actually, and I didn't use the star. That's why I had that tape. I masked my star, and I wanted to do like a fall tree because I wanted to show you guys different ways of doing that. And this was the
Different
technique,
seasons.
yeah, where you put your stencil on there and then you take another stamp and you stamp on top of it. Mm-hmm. Now that was the stamp was sketch greenery, but that was before I had the forest.
Oh, now she has the
And
forest.
I probably would have tried to do the berries or this one. Oh my gosh, or maybe even the wood grain. Oh,
The wood would have been
I'm
really-
gonna have to try that.
Oh, you guys, I wish you could have seen Teresa's face on that.
Ooh. That was a fun one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
That's-
I wanted to do a fall tree, and the autumn vibes is actually this tiny frights.
There's
I just
your
love
tiny
this
frights.
one, and it has the autumn in it. I'm glad he put the autumn. He doesn't do much autumn, and he's got the leaves there. So when he does that, I always remember. Oh, I've
The
got
handy
my autumn.
stamp. Those are good for coloring.
Yeah. So that's another technique. The big one, you could do it with the small one too, but the big one is really nice
You're
for
gonna see
doing
more,
the
yeah.
stamps like that. So we've done that before.
That, like if you go back to our videos when we did the spotlight stamping, that was kind of the same technique, but not with that many holes. It just had one big circle.
Yeah. The stencil. Yeah. So I don't know. I had too much space, and so I'm like, I'm just cutting that off because I didn't like it. It wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't working for me. So I just cut my card down.
Is anybody besides me getting excited to see what this is going to do right here? They want to know what colors you used on the fall tree.
Oh, that one.
Thanks for asking, Shelley.
Crushed olive, which is not my go-to.
That is not one of your colors.
No, I wanted more of a fall color. And I did use probably the archival ink
For your stamping?
For my stamping, because you don't want to use another distress ink on top of it because it'll kind of blend into it. So the archival is the way you want to go there.
Darla says she sees using it on a scrapbook layout.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that would be a great idea.
All right. This one, I did the watercolor stencil technique with the watercolor pencils. So you can see I used the small one and I just drew my different colors, and I used all the pinks on that one.
All the pinks in the colored pencil.
Yes, yes. And then Bold Tidings was the stamp. We're out of that right now, but I really think that
it's coming,
the new stamp we could use. Yeah, the new stamp. What's it called, Kelly? I don't have it. Would be cute on this too, with the words.
I'm drawing a blank also.
Yeah.
We're all drawing blanks today. It's Monday, Teresa.
Yeah.
Well, you could use anything.
Yeah. And then
Any
I did a little glossy accents and rock candy on the star for that
splattering.
one. Yeah. And lumberjack plaid is the color that I used down there. But I used all the pinks in the watercolor pencils that are there. So that was fun.
Jean has a question for you, and it's a good question because you have lots of stamps. She wants to know how you organize them. Are they by themes, by brands, and do you have a special container for them?
I have my stamps in baskets, and I'm trying to get more organized with them. I have all my Tim Holtz stamps together because I have a lot of them, and those I have by backgrounds and sentiments. I do put my holiday stamps in with their, like I have all my Halloween stamps together, all my winter, Thanksgiving, Halloween.
So all the different.
Yeah, the holidays together. Then my other lines of stamps, like I do kind of do more by theme. Like I've got photo play, and I've got I have a lot of photo play. What else do I have? I have a lot of those like by theme, kind of.
So if you have a coordinating die, you keep it with your stamp.
I keep it with my stamp. Yeah. Yeah,
That's a
and
good
I have
question.
them in baskets so I can flip through.
I think we all, well, most of us, not everybody, but a lot of us struggle with organization.
Yeah.
And if you're not organized, then you don't use your stuff because you can't find it.
And you have to do what works for you and your space, too, is another thing you have to think about.
Space can be a problem.
Yeah. That's why I have my holiday ones with the holiday, because they wouldn't fit in the space that I have.
So you can put them away until you're doing.
Yes, and some of my holiday ones I actually keep out. Like I have some of my dies in a basket too, but I'll put my holidays in there. But there's like one Tim Holtz die that has candy on it, and I use it for Halloween and Christmas. And so I keep that one out all the time. So, and there's a Santa die from last year that has an alphabet on it that I love. And I keep him out all the time, too. I know I have him right here. This guy, because I love this alphabet.
Yes.
He's not in Christmas. He's out in my regular
out all the
dies.
time.
Yeah. This one's called Santa Greetings. That was a colorized one, and I love that one. So.
That was really a good one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good dies.
Yeah.
We had a question about the slim line, and this is the number 6, so it's a smaller one. And your card is going to be 3.5 by 6 1/4. So great question. Because, I never really know.
Yeah. Okay. So we did.
I love everything I've seen so far.
Okay, so now I did a white on white, and this is Crackle Paste Opaque. Maybe I should show. I don't know. The jars aren't that exciting, but Crackle Paste Opaque.
That's texture paste. Here's your crackle.
Crackle paste.
We got a crackle.
I've got a lot of paste.
Or no texture, just crackle.
So it's a lot of crackle on there. And I put it on pretty heavy. The heavier you put, the more crackles you get. So you can see I have a lot of crackles on that one. And then, of course, the sentiment is in Salvage Patina, and it's from Mr. Frosty, which I love. Winter Wishes. I think that's perfect. So this isn't even a Christmas. This is a winter.
It's a winter.
So I could have taken the star off, but I didn't think that far ahead on this one. So that one, I just put the paste on. That's it.
Okay, and
we
have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
I love it when we get questions, Teresa.
I do too.
One of them is, I got to find it. Can you explain what colorize means? Is that dye a colorized dye that you just had?
Oh, yeah. I'm
So
like, when did I say that?
It's a physics terminology.
Yes. So you see the Santa and how many layers there are? That's the colorized. So there's different colors for each layer in the Santa. Is that the best way to describe it,
So
Kelly?
each dye, if you might have to pull out your dyes so we can really explain it. So there's a dye for color 1, a dye for color 2, and it tells you on the dyes, cut this out of, like, say there's 2 reds on here, and I don't know if there is. And there is.
Probably 3. Tim has videos too.
When they get all layered up, then you get this dimension and you get this, gosh, his face is cute. So this will tell you, the colorize will tell you, like, here's your style number and red 1. So this piece you would cut out of red 1, and after you cut it, it's going to emboss these lines so you know what to put on top here and how to line them all up.
And then this is red 2 and this is red 3.
Oh, you were right. There's more than 2.
Yeah.
Now you could cut them all out of the same red if you want to.
And you could ink them. So you layer them, and then he turns out super cute. I love this Santa.
I like it
oh
because instead of having all of these pieces, it's all together on one die. I think that's pretty handy dandy.
Yeah. So yeah.
They usually cost a little bit more because there's more dies and everything.
And they can be, like I said, they have a video that shows you exactly how to layer them, because they get a little complicated, but they turn out super cute.
And then we have a question about the splat mat. Diane, can you get the splat mat ETA? I don't think we have any. Can you see what the ETA is? Sorry, wait, maybe it's the box. The box.
Oh.
I have to say what I'm reading and not what's coming out of my head because it's not working. Okay, we're checking on the splat box, and it has been on back order, but we'll see about what the date is.
Okay.
All right, Teresa. And then we also need to review all the paste when you get done. We have a question about what do you have to heat, what has to air dry, and so on.
Okay.
So on and so forth.
This one is Grit Paste Snowfall. So, it looks a little chunky in the container.
But it's sparkly, right?
It's kind of, yes, it's, I don't know. Not sparkly. I wouldn't say
more like
sparkly.
shiny?
It's like shiny. It looks like
let me
snow.
get it close.
Maggie uses it.
It does look like snow.
Maggie uses it on things. Peggy just used it on some wooden items that we had. So it looks chunky like snow. And I chose to put this on the extra heavy. So that's the thing, you guys. When you're using your pastes on your stencils, then you really want to get heavier paper. And I use the Craft Heavy Stock on this. Because if you put it on regular paper, you might have some issues of bowing.
Yeah, it might kind of... You know how paper is when it gets wet.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So like
can't think of the
right
word.
Here is watercolor paper.
Oh, okay. So that's watercolor paper.
Yes. So this one is the Grit Paste Snowfall. So I again did the small ones, and then I just took.
What is all this stuff on here?
This is from Tim's ephemera pack. This is the 2024. I think we have the 2023 too,
yeah, we
which
have
is
both.
Fun. I have Diane's using right now on some of my stuff, the stuff that she's making. But so I just used some collage matte medium and glued them down, and then I took some crayons, which is fun.
Oh,
I know we don't use our crayons very often, but this set is called Holiday Set Number 3, and it has a red and a green in it. I don't know what colors these are that I use. I just have some.
You had them
at home. Yeah, I have some different colors, and I don't have them. I put them in a tin, and so I don't have them.
They're all mixed up?
They're all mixed up. So I just used a red and a green, and then what you do is you just go around the edge of it.
While you get that out, there's a question. The mice the mouse. Do I call them mouse or mice dies? Mice, mouse, whatever. The Elizabeth Craft dies. We have more coming. We only had a couple left this morning, but we wanted to show them because Diana brought in her mice. And so it'll probably be maybe Friday we'll have some more.
Okay.
So if you let us know even what you want, we'll make sure we reserve those for you.
Oh, so I have to say that I did the
You have to
grit
say
paste first. Yes, I have to say I did the grit paste first. Let it totally dry. You know, it's really going to depend on how thick you put it on there. And then I glued these down, and then I let them dry. And then you just use your crayon, and you just put it on there.
I don't think we use our crayons enough.
And you know, you can get your finger wet a little bit, and it just smears. And it does
a different
nice
look
outline.
than like Distress Inks.
Yeah. You can use a baby wipe on it, but I kind of like to just use my finger. And it just adds a little bit of color. It's just a different look. It's kind of fun.
Somebody told us that was their favorite card so far.
Oh, thank you.
And I apologize. The name went by, and I don't know who
it was. Fun. It was fun making the collage. And I just loved, did you see this little number?
Yeah.
Like a measuring tape. I'm like, you know, when you go in a tree and how tall is your tree? Which size tree?
True, yeah.
When you buy a fresh tree, anyhow.
Oh, yep, I do remember that.
The taller the tree, the more you pay. So, so I thought that was fun to put on there. So, yeah, it was kind of fun doing the little collage. Something different that I don't do a lot of.
And this was grit paste snowfall, everybody.
Snowfall.
So if you're wondering, and Teresa will go through all the pastes when we get done.
Yeah.
And Janet called it a crystal look, and that is kind of what it is.
Oh, yeah, that's a good description, Janet.
Very good word for it.
All right, so we'll compare that then to the texture paste sparkle.
That's what I was getting mixed up.
It's hard because this one's on white and this one's on craft, so it does look a little bit different.
This one, if you just tilt it a little bit, you know, back and forth, there you go. You can really see the sparkle.
Yeah.
If it's not called Splat Box, what's it called?
It's one word.
So here we've got the sparkle, and I've used this
very
before.
Shiny.
I've showed it before with stencils. You know, it would be really cool with this one.
It would.
And it's so pretty. I'm just like, I don't need to even put anything else on this card because it's so pretty.
It is.
And then I'm
very elegant.
I thought, oh, it's kind of has a little bit of a gold sparkle to it. So I use gold embossing powder, and that is from the Home for Christmas.
You believe in the magic?
Yes, Home for Christmas stamp with the gold embossing at the bottom.
And people ask Teresa about how she stores her stamps, and as you can see, she does have a lot of stamps.
I do, and
you use them.
I do.
And we're grateful. Keep using them, Teresa.
Yeah. So that's kind of fun.
And that is the sparkle, texture paste sparkle.
It's fun. All right. Now probably my favorite card is this one, and it's so different. This is the opaque black. I had the wrong one. So that's what it looks like in the jar. And this came out at Halloween one year, and then he put it into his regular line.
Thank goodness.
I love it. I think it's super fun.
It's very black. Now, it looks less black. I don't know what paper you're working on. Okay.
I'm using the black heavy stock.
And that is a really black.
And it is super black. If you want some black paper, this is what you want. And it's it's very smooth too. And I like that. But, you know, I did the white on white, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do black on black. Normally you're using the black at Halloween. I use it at Halloween.
That's a great idea.
I love it. But I just thought this was
pretty for Christmas.
Gorgeous. Too. And I paired it with the craft.
You paired it?
I paired it with the craft stock.
I feel like we're picking out wine now, Teresa.
Yeah. The craft stock sparkle. Well, it's not called sparkle. It's called Christmas paper. But I got the Halloween,
it's
and
like
then
got
I'm
a shimmer.
Yeah, I have to get the Christmas one too. I hope he does more of these because
like an everyday would be.
Yeah,
good.
the paper is just beautiful. It's printed right on, so it doesn't come off. You can glue things on there easy, and
You made a perfect background for that, Teresa. Nice job.
Heat embossed the piece, and I just really think that turned out pretty sharp. So,
and that one's your favorite. So,
yep.
So we did did the watercolor technique with the watercolor pencils. She did the technique where you take your stencil and you stencil it and then stamp over it. She's got the, this is the crackle paste, white on white. And then she's done the snowfall. And so this is the snowfall, and she did the sparkle, and she did the black texture paste. And then she showed us how to make a tree with the tape and the glaze and the this was a regular texture paste, opaque.
Yep.
And then she did the same thing with the opaque. And she used the translucent. I think you've used every single paste.
Yeah. Well, there might be one that I didn't, but I have a lot of them, and I'm like, ooh, I'm just going to use them all.
So do you want to show us the paste now, or do you have something else?
Sure. Well,
I was ready to heat, or not really?
I was going to show my October daily.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
We'll give it just a second more to dry. So
give it a little more drying time.
Okay. So this is kind of how I'm keeping track. I've got my tray, and I showed you guys my list. And now I even went one step further. So I started numbering and writing what I took the picture of. And then I started putting a P next to it if I printed the picture, and then I would throw
you
it
are
in
organized.
here. And then I started if I was done. So I've only got 23 done.
Only? Oh, it is. Well, it's October 20.
I've got 24 done.
Whatever the date is today.
Today's the 28th. Oh, got my head. Anyhow. So that was the list that we had came up with. And then what I do is I print a picture. I'd pre-made my tags, and I kind of clipped some photos onto the ones that I think I'm going to use, so that I can if I have a minute, I can work on a tag and put it together. But one of the things, when I first showed you how I put it together, I used the file cards, which they've got little tab ones.
Yeah, 4 different things.
Yeah, they've got 4 different things. And then I said one of them said file cards 1 on it. And I'm like, there must be a 2. So then I went looking.
You went and got yourself a file card.
And I got a file card
That's
too.
really neat.
And this one is so much
Do you want to
fun.
open it
Yes,
and show us?
I'm going to show you
So
what's in here.
while Teresa opens that, if you're didn't know about this, or you're not familiar, Teresa started an October daily little box with the Tim Holtz card file, and those are on order. They're going to be back in stock soon.
I know, they're still out.
They've been on back order. And she made all the tags and the pieces, and there's a video for it.
Yeah.
And now as October goes, she's filling it up with her memories.
Yeah. So one thing
I love this
that's
stuff.
in here is a little accordion. And I had a Halloween party this weekend.
You've already done it?
And I did it because I decided I wanted to clip, and I might put some ribbon or something on it. But I put my journaling, and I had photos.
Teresa, I can't believe you have that done already.
I know,
my gosh.
I know. Well, I'll show you.
Let's see your costume. We want to see you.
It's ridiculous. The theme was Will Ferrell movies, and so
oh my gosh.
This is from, I can't even remember the name of the movie. It's from an ice skating movie that they were in. Yeah. And then here's my son in the elf costume, because we did elf costumes for Christmas, and so he just used that. So
perfect.
These accordions are perfect, which I don't know what I would have done with all the photos that I had, but
you would have had a lot. Yeah. It's a nice way to organize them in your box.
Yeah.
But
then
you could also put this on a layout and have it open up, and you'd have a place
to
for
add
more
extra photos. Then
Ooh.
there's this, and this one
Did
is
you use
perfect.
that?
Yes, I used it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I had to position my picture. Uh-oh, I got a little sticky on there. So that it would be perfect for a Halloween, for a pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern that you carve, I think, to put a tag. And the tags don't come with it, but you can just put a tag.
And it
so
fits in perfect.
Actually, this was my dog's new toy. It's a little pumpkin toy. And so I just put that on there. But isn't that cute the way it turned out?
It's
I'm
really
like, oh my
super
gosh,
cute.
I love it. I'm so glad I found number 2. So you get 4 of those. And then this one's kind of fun. It's a little pocket. And, one of the items one day was last year. And so last year, look, it's the shirt that I'm wearing.
Oh my gosh.
I totally forgot about that.
It's perfect.
So this, I talked about how we had a little party and celebrating my 10 years of cancer-free. And then I did use the photoplay
really neat.
paper on it because I didn't have these pieces decorated yet. And so I'm like, oh, I got to use pink. So this was on the 15th last year.
Well, and something like this is just another way to scrapbook. And
Yeah. Oh,
your
it's so
memories
much
are sitting
fun.
out to enjoy.
Yeah, I have another. Oh, I did this. I hadn't done the hurricane, and I didn't have a lot on that one, but I just put a little tag in there, and tracking the hurricane. So it's really a cute little fun way. Instead of just a tag, you get a little bit more space to do whatever you want. Yeah. And then the last thing is, I haven't used this one, and I don't know if I will. It's a little
kind of a coin envelope.
Yeah, an envelope. So I don't know if I will use these on this project or not. So far I don't have anything.
Teresa, you should be really happy because Carla has been doing it. She was inspired, and she's doing it all in fall.
Okay.
But she's really enjoyed it. She said it's been very fun to work on.
I'm having more fall than a Halloween, I thought. Oh, here's a big ticket that I did, and you can put ephemera too. We've had season tickets for 30 years, which is shocking to Vikings. I know, and it's not the best on here, but I had to put yellow for Vikings. And then this is just a ticket from the game that I put on the back of the ticket. Yeah, and the little picture I
30
took.
years.
Yeah,
oh my
I know.
gosh.
Before my son was born, we had tickets. So, yeah, so...
were you guys both fans then?
I kind of was little, and then when I married Scott, then I became a full-time fan.
Became full-time.
Then I turned purple, yes. So I still have some empty ones. This one I could do fall. I am finding more fall things, but I have a lot of Halloween things in my house. What else did I do? And
she's doing it for October.
And this is a Halloween paper, and this is leaves that I saw.
That's one of my favorite
here,
papers.
This one I was donating blood, and so I had this sticker, blood curdling screams. So you just, there's my dog shirt. So there are Halloween things, I guess, but there's a lot of fall things too. So yes, I'm loving this project. I'm so glad that I saw the ladies.
Well, Carla is too, and
Good.
you could do it for any month or anything.
Yeah,
you could do one you could do one that you just fill up with your grandkids when your grandkids come over and you take pictures. Cheryl's question is, what will you do with it after October?
I will put it in my Halloween or probably my fall tub, because I want to get it out for October.
So you get it out every year and decorate with it.
Yeah, I'll put it away. I'll just take these pieces out and hook them together and put them in my decoration tub.
And then get them out and relive those great memories.
Yep.
Awesome, Teresa.
So we wanted to see the pastes.
We want to just give us a quick review of each paste.
Okay, so we've got the black.
And also if you can heat them or if you need to air dry them.
Pretty much you want to air dry them all. I mean, I don't know. I know he said there's some that you can heat, but I don't know which ones.
Teresa, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I can't help it because, well, Beth says do it for Christmas, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I want you to know that Sandy's doing it also.
Yay!
And Lisa is working on a Christmas one. So they love your October daily project. Okay, so it's a lot of the texture pastes, it's good to let them air dry.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really take that long. You can set it aside and do something else. Just make
Put
sure
in a
you
load
put
of
it,
laundry.
Yes. Make sure you put it someplace where it's not going to get, you're not going to stick your fingers in it.
Okay, so there's the black.
So there's
opaque,
the black.
which is very black.
Yes. Then Snowfall is the one that looks chunky.
So it's this one. Looks kind of like snow, like a little pile of snow.
Yep. What was Janet's word for it? I don't remember now.
Crystal?
Yeah, crystal. All right, here's the crackle.
And crackle for sure has to air dry.
Yes, it's opaque. Yeah, so you're not going to see through
and you
that.
can color it. Somebody asked earlier about coloring.
Yeah, you can. You can just put, what I do is I just put some ink down on my mat, and then I take my palette knife and scoop some out and just mix it together on your mat. Mm-hmm. You just have to make sure that you mix enough for your project.
Yes.
All right, then there's Sparkle, which has a little bit of gold sparkle
gold
to
glitter.
it, which is fun. Then there's just Opaque, which is just, I should have just done an opaque and not done anything to it. I didn't do that.
So
but
that's
it's just
gonna
a
be
solid,
fun.
it's going to be white.
But I like your idea about putting the embossing powder on them.
Yeah.
I think that's something I hadn't thought of.
If you didn't put embossing powder on it, it's just going to be white. And so you can, this is the one that I usually color on my mat before I do it. And then this is the translucent one. And so this is going to be, you can like see through it. You can
clear.
color this one too. It's just not going to be as dark. And if you really want a dark color, then I would use re-inkers.
Oh, sure, because they're intense.
Yeah, because it's more pigment that way. So, all right. Well,
Teresa, then I just want to make a comment. We had a question about how long. This is called the card file from Tim Holtz, and it's from Ideology. Our vendors, when we go out there, it says November 2nd.
it has 3
So
spots.
it sounds like they will be getting them back in stock here this week. So if best case scenario, then if they get them like they plan, we would have them by by late next week probably. So probably, let's just say a couple weeks. But they are coming. We've ordered a lot. And if you'd like one, you can give us a call, and we'd be glad to reserve one for you when they come in. I love these colors. Does it feel dry? Dry enough?
I guess. It's been about a half an hour. So we're going to heat emboss it, and we'll see. I mean, even if it does bubble a little bit, I'm okay with that because I like texture
So
on my
just to
things.
review, she is doing this technique, and that's got the cello tape that's back in stock from Tim Holtz. Speaking of things being out of stock, and she put it on in the shape of a tree, and then put on the paste. And you haven't done the translucent paste before, right? So this is going to be a wowzer. And Teresa was inspired by Artful Maven, which is one of Tim's designers.
I can't see it. My heat gun's been on for a while. It should be melting. Maybe I'm not close enough. Is it melting?
It just has to get started.
There we go.
And it
Oh,
is
it's kind of bubbling.
So Teresa had said you're going to get this kind of a bubble effect on the paste. And this, we'll see what it does on the translucent paste. You think maybe it wasn't dry?
Maybe.
Because we could let it dry today and then show it tomorrow. Oh, and Janet linked Artful Maven for everybody.
Thank you, Janet.
Janet, you're so amazing. Let's all give a big round of applause to Janet, she's with us every morning, and she's linking and drinking and finding all that stuff, and even linked Artful Maven for us. How's it working, Teresa?
It's taking a long time.
Maybe it's not quite dry.
I can see the tape a little bit. Yeah, you can't really see through it there. Yeah, you can see through it. I can see the lines. Can you see the lines? Maybe not on the video.
Maybe not as well on the video, but I think
Yeah.
in person you can probably see it very well.
Oh, yeah, you can. Now that I flip it around. Well, we'll let the rest of it dry and see how that works. But it just takes a minute to cool before you can touch it.
And Teresa, we had a question
That's kinda
about
pretty.
Hey, Diane. We had a question about the new Scrapbook and Cards magazine. Can you grab one? And we were supposed to tell about this early on, and we forgot. But thank you. Let's see, who asked about this? I got to find your name. Oh, I don't see it. I'm so sorry. But yes, we do have, it's Heidi. So Heidi, yes, we do have the new Scrapbook and Cards magazine.
Yes.
And we are giving it away free with $50 purchases this week in honor of Halloween.
Oh,
because look at that
yay.
cute little witch on the front.
Okay, well,
And
you can
so
buy
this
your
is-
sellotape and your
Yeah.
texture paste and,
And
your
it-
stencil.
You
And
can
maybe
get
you'll
everything.
get
And you don't have to buy Halloween product.
No,
Although I know
no.
a lot of you are, because it is Halloween this week.
But I'm showing Christmas
And
today.
we're doing Christmas. You never know what's going on here at Memory Bound.
Or fall or winter.
So the magazine is a special starting today while supplies last, and it's free with a $50 purchase. So if you've already made a purchase, and we'll make sure we get that magazine in your order, or if you come into Memory Bound, we'll make sure you get it. And if you made a purchase online, and if you make another one and it adds to 50, we'll take care of it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, Teresa, are we done?
Yeah.
We're calling
I'll heat
it. Are we calling it?
Yes.
So you'll finish heating that,
Yes.
and we can come back to it tomorrow or the next time that you're on the video. You're here quite often, so we appreciate
You
it.
can do it tomorrow.
Teresa, thank you so much.
I hope you guys like the
Thanks
stencil
for
as
being
much as I
back here
do.
in this little corner. Our normal studio is being remodeled or whatever, refashioned
For the open house.
for a holiday open house. So we're going to be squeezed back here for a while.
Yeah.
And that's fine. So thanks everyone for joining us. Have a crafty day and a crafty week. And remember about our Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine that we have on special while supplies last.